friends, how are you all? I hope everything is good. You are new in my channel, then please subscribe my channel and press bell icon. In previous section, we have learned about what is volatile keyword and what is synchronized keyword in our multi-threading. In today's section, we have learned about what is locks. Means we have learned what is basic locks and how we can use by using synchronized block synchronized code using locks. For that we have creating one new project in Eclipse. We have creating one basic Java project. I will name that like thread app, and I am creating one project like this. Inside the project we have creating one package like com dot thread. Inside thread we have creating one class like application class and one worker class. Inside the worker class we have creating one method like and we have calling that method inside our application class. We have creating inside the main method we have creating worker class dot main. Here we have calling main method. We have saved that, and then we have created a main method in our application class. Then our task is that we have creating two list, and by using thread we have by using thread we have some perform some operation in threads. So we have creating two list, so that we have using we have name like list1 is equal to new and we have importing array list. New is twicely happened. Then we have import array list by using by java.util class. Then we have creating another list, and here we have creating two methods like stage1 and stage2. And inside the stage1 method we have creating one, basically we have creating firstly random class. We have importing random into the java.util package. Then we have to call the random method and add the list one dot add and random dot next int. And guys, we have delaying from using thread class like 1 millisecond. That will be throw an exception. Then we have to add in try catch block. Here we have creating another stage like stage 2, and we have adding in list 2. Okay guys, then we have to add format this code, and we have to add one process method. And inside the process method we have creating one for loop. We have iterating 1,000 times, and we have increment that loop, and we have calling the stage 1 and stage 2. Then we have to run the call the main we have inside the main method we have called to process method. Okay guys, then we have to run this code. Now, firstly we have to print that code now. Then we have to write some printing logic in that. Then we have to write like current timestamp like start time and end time, and we have to add inside that 2 we have to add this, and we have to print like total time for execution is that end time minus start time. And here what is the issue, we have to put in bracket. Okay guys, then we have to pass list one thread like list one dot size. We have giving plus sign in that, and we have to add another thread like list 2 thread. For line break we have /n, and here we have add /n. Okay guys, then we have to run the code and see what's happening. Here we have code. Basically I will explaining the code. We have creating two array list, and we have creating one random object. This will be creating random numbers, and we have creating two methods that will be adding that list in random integer will be adding in that list. Then we have creating one process method, and inside the process method we have adding the for loop, and then we have add two methods in that, and then we have to call that method inside our main application, and we have to capture the start time and end time, and then we have to subtract end time minus start time. Then we have getting the total times of execution in millisecond, and then we have listing the which thread is running, which thread will be running. That's all of these guys. Then we have to run this code. No on server. We have run on the where is the option? Inside the main method we have run as Java application. See guys, total time of execution is that we have to 4100 milliseconds, means around 4 seconds, and we have to counting like this. So 1000 thread one list and 1000 thread two list. Why is happening here? We have to see. We have to mistake and in slash, then it will be the writing print. In here example, the issue is that we have taking too much time for that. Then for that we have adding some code like thread code inside our process method. For the process method we have adding some code like that. So we have adding like new thread dot new runnable, and inside that we have calling the process method, and we have creating thread t1, and we have giving semicolon, and here we have to creating two threads. So we have to add two threads here, and we have to start the two threads. And we have to add to join method for waiting one thread to another thread. It will be thrown in exception. Then we have to add in try class block. We have to add t2 thread inside the try class block. Then we have to, what is remaining, everything is good. Then we have to run this code, see what happening. See guys, the difference is that we have creating 2000 thread, but it will be coming some different thread. It is the issue now. See, sometime it will be thrown an exception also. See guys, the difference is that 1939 thread will be list 1 and list 2 1933. Means difference is that here will be 61 thread and here will be the 62 threads difference. Then we have again run it. It is a difference. Means thread ratio will be not same. Then we have to add synchronized keyword. We have to test that what happen. Then we have adding the synchronized keyword. We have to run this code. See guys, this will be working, but it will be take too much time. Time is 8 seconds. 8,000, 8,700, 8,469 seconds means 8 seconds. It will be too much time. Then what will we have do? It is the thread count will be correct, but it will be taking more time. We have to run one more time. We can see that guys, it will be taking more time. It will be same like previous. All thread is not running because that we have to array index out of port exception sometimes. Then we have to add synchronized keyword. The output will be correct, but it will be take more time. Synchronized keyword will be make the incentive lock, so that we have to wait to another thread to start. Then we have to what we have to do here? Then we have to add simple lock inside our application. So we have to add one lock object, like we have to lock one, and we have to add lock 2 here, and we have to remove this keyword, and we have to add this keyword inside the block, and we have to pass the lock. Here also same step, we have to add synchronize keyword inside the method, and we have to add lock 2 in that. We have to lock in that, and then we have to run this code. See what happening. See guys, time execution will be less, and all threads will be running. We have to run multiple times. See, multiple times we have to running, then we have to achieving our goal. Like time execution is less and all threads be running. This is the using lock we have and synchronized block we have running our thread. I will again explain you what's happening in this code. Basically, we have running the creating two list and creating two locks, and we have creating one random object, and then we have creating two methods like stage 1 and stage 2, and inside this method we have used synchronized block, and we have giving the argument like lock 1 and lock 2. Here what will be happen, it will be lock the period. It will be means asynchronous call will be happen, means one thread will be running, another thread will be not going into waiting stage, it will be also running to another memory location. This is known as the locking system in Java. We have creating basic lock here, but another tutorial we have discussed about thread pool. It is a main topic in the Java. we have using next video we have discussed about thread pool. And here we have to create one process method, and we have iterating 1000 times stage 1 and stage 2. And here we have to create thread class and run that method 2 times. And we have starting the thread because of means one thread will be running, then another thread will be interrupt that thread, then we have to use the join method for that. And here will be simple logic, like we have using start thread and end thread, like that, and we have calculating time and like that. This is will be logic in that our code. If you like my video, then guys, please subscribe my channel and press bell icon. Support us. Thank you. Bye guys.